Hello everybody! Finally released the brush animation. After 3 months of really hard work, we released it and it's ready. And it's ready for all the children everywhere to use it. I've got 2 daughters, a 13-year-old and a 7-year-old. The 7-year-old, I was brushing her teeth. I used to be a dental nurse. That's why this project is very close to my heart. So, as a dental nurse, I understand that it's very important for young children to be able to brush their teeth properly. But for them to do so, it's very tricky. Even for us adults, it's very tricky getting all the surfaces, knowing how much time to spend on the surfaces of on each surface of the teeth. And yes, electric toothbrush help with that tremendously, especially with young kids. Both my girls have electric toothbrush. The brush actually shows a manual toothbrush, how to use a manual toothbrush and electric toothbrush, and how to use it so you avoid erosion of the teeth. Because if we use electric toothbrush, even a manual toothbrush, not in the appropriate way, we could cause erosion to our teeth. Not to get into details, what I was trying to say is my 7-year-old, up until 4 months ago, when I started, no, 3 months ago actually, when I started this animation, and I was brushing her teeth in the evenings, always brushing her teeth in the evenings to make sure that her teeth are clean enough, because especially children from 4 even 5 years onwards, they need to be shown specifically, but then they forget. So if they don't have, every time when they brush their teeth, they don't have specific kind of a tutorial or show where to brush, when to brush within these 2 minutes timer, they're missing a lot of the surfaces of the teeth. That's why I created this animation together with a Magic Dentist campaign. Thank you, Nikki, for the amazing book which I used to take 2 of the characters and I brought them back. I brought them to life. It was a truly magical experience for me. It was very tricky because I did everything myself, but I think the end result is amazing. So when I finished the animation, before I rendered it, I put it together and I gave it to my daughters. The little one started using it straight away. The older one used it and she said that it's amazing and it's much better, brushing her teeth. But 13-year-olds are a little bit different than 7-year-olds, let's say. 13-year-olds, they've got a little bit more practice and they understand a little bit more than the younger ones. So it's very good for my younger one because she would not, hopefully if she follows the video, she would not miss a surface on the tooth, especially the back ones, and especially the occlusal on the back. We recently had a dental check, and for the past 3 months, my little one has been using the animation to brush herself her teeth, and she's doing an amazing job. The dentist confirmed this. There is just a tiny bit of the buccal surfaces, the ones which are close to her cheeks, that she's missing. So she needs to spend a little bit more time there as well, following the animation, of course. So yes, it's working. It's definitely working. And the 15 minutes that I've put at the end of the animation, I myself use it as, how to say it? It says at the end of the animation, for those of you who have seen the animation, it says you've just earned 15 minutes of extra playtime. But what I use it for is I give my girls 15 minutes of extra screen time. So they record it on the fridge. We've got a board. They record it. And then they use this earned screen time throughout the weekend or even throughout the week when they've done their homeworks, and because they've got limited screen time, you see. So that makes them actually use the animation so they can earn more screen time, which works both ways, right? They use the animation, hopefully they're doing a better job with the animation than without the animation, and they earn screen time. So they'll keep using the animation, because let's face it, kids would use it once, twice, 3 times, maximum 10 times, and then it gets to the point, they need to use it twice a day, right? It gets to the point where it's gonna get not boring, but they're not gonna be as much interested. But if we add this earned time to it, they'll keep using it. That means that hopefully they'll be doing a better job. So that's why I created the animation. Let's talk a little bit about the texturing. That's one of the things, let me record that screen. That's one of the things why I'm creating this video. I just quickly wanted to, well, it might not be that quick. We'll see. Bear with me. It's the textures that I used. I used AI standard, not the AI standard textures, I used the aiToon ones. With the aiToon ones, you can add texture maps as well, but I did not add the normal maps because it's a big animation. It's 4 minutes animation. I know it sounds short, but it took me 3 months. It took me more than 2 months just to render it. So I had to think, how can I create it? So I cut down on rendering, and that was one of the ways, not putting normal maps. The only normal map I put is for the floor. There, okay. Somewhere it's referencing, never mind. I'm not gonna go into that detail. But the only normal map I used, as you can see, is for the floor. Nothing else. Everything else is just color, base color. The t-shirt one, that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to export that t-shirt, and I'm going to show you the difference of when we use, how you can set up the toon textures, because the toon textures, they've got the outline as well. You can set up the outline like in a comic book, and gives it this more cartoony looking way as well. So I've created this texture based on the original drawing. I just drew it in Substance Painter, and I just export the base color, and then I attach it to the toon texture. We'll try to do that today. I hope I will remember how I did it. We'll first investigate in this file, and then we're gonna quickly export the t-shirt. Okay, so yes, this is the complete render. You might notice that on the animation, when I built it, the image sequence in Blender, I just added a tiny bit of glow and a little bit of saturation to make it a little bit more vibrant. And according to my little one, I asked her for her opinion, it looked much better with a little bit more saturation, and I do agree with her. But even the original render, as you can see, it's pretty amazing. I've rendered it on 540, HD 540. That's the smallest I could do, you know, considering how many frames I've had. And yeah, basically for this scene, it was taking me approximately, on the Mac Studio that I have, it's the Mac Studio with, I can't really remember. Nevertheless, I've got a MacBook Pro from 2020 with the M1 chip, so you can compare the render times. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything about electronics. I just want to give you a benchmark how long it took me to render on which machine. So on the MacBook, it was taking me 1 hour for a frame. On the Mac Studio, it was taking me half an hour. So I tried to render most of it on the Mac Studio, obviously. And then I was working on the MacBook, you know, simultaneously. Okay, so for this frame on HD 540, it took me half an hour on my stronger machine. And as you can see, I've got normal map only for the floor, nothing else. You know, I did try to put for the furniture at the back, I did try to put, let me see, I think it was in the scene too. Yeah, see here for the chair, I think I did try to put a normal map, or did I put a normal map? I can't remember. We can investigate that. But everything else is, you can see there is a little bit of noise here. But I kept bumping up the frames, the samples, and it was getting to more than half an hour. I was like, I can't afford more than half an hour a frame. I cannot process this animation. It's so many scenes. It's you know, it's 4-minute animation, nearly 4-minute animation, right? So, but to be honest, I don't think it's noticeable in the animation. When animation is going, if there is a little bit of noise, that's fine. I don't think anybody would notice. That's why I had to compromise. It turned out really good. I'm very, very, very happy with the result. Okay, so what I was saying is I use the toon textures, and I'll show you how I set them up quickly afterwards. We'll export the t-shirt and we'll do it in a new file. So basically that's some of the renders. I'll put the link to the project below as well, for those of you who haven't seen it. And it's pretty good. For the hair, it took me a while to do the dynamics. I had a bit of trouble there as well, but yeah, it worked really well. I think it's more dynamic than they should be, but it works for this scene. It really works. And I did the hair this way as well because I wanted it to be more cartoony. I didn't want realistic hair. It doesn't look like you know, it doesn't look like we want real hair there, if you know what I mean. Okay, so saying that, this is the scene. I'll quickly walk you through the lighting. As you can see, you know, the trickiest one was this one with the mirror. Did I close it? No, I didn't close it. Okay, this is the trickiest one with the mirror, as you can see. And when I was trying to set the lighting, it was always kind of glaring into the mirror, so it was very tricky getting the nice effect there from coming. I wanted to have a light coming from the door as well. Okay, I wanted to kind of have it from this angle, so it's in the mirror as well. I think it worked really well. And as I said, I added some saturation as well afterwards, and it looks really nice and vibrant and colorful. Yes. So the camera, let me show you the camera, and then I'm gonna stop this video, and then we're gonna do a new video for the toon textures. Quickly we'll set up toon textures. Yeah, where's my camera? This one is first one. Look through selected. Okay, let's hide the light so they don't So if I go to the attribute editor for this camera, I've used depth of field, but I've used the depth of field, not the Arnold one, but this one here from depth of field, because I think the other one is like there somewhere here. Okay, nevertheless, the other one is somewhere else. I think you have to click it from here. Can't really remember. The motion blur. Okay, regardless, I've used this depth of field. There, this one. So you can see. And I was playing with the focus distance. See? But I liked it on 20, and it gives it that nice kind of, let's say it's smudged look, a little bit. And the f-stop, you can play with the focus region as well here. I like this one more than, you can see the difference, than the other depth of field, the Arnold one. And it gives it that more cartoony look for me. Try it, you know, you might like it. So the other thing for the lighting is I used not the HDRI. If you go to lights, so I did not use the sky dome light where I would plug in HDRI. I used the physical sky for all my scenes. I like it more because I had a bit more control. I did not have realistic textures. So I said to myself, why not try with the physical sky? It would look much cartoonier, and I've got a little bit more control over, you know, some of the stuff, and it worked really well. It worked really well. So yeah, try the physical sky one as well. I'll show you. When you've got physical sky here, so you can play with the sun size, with the intensity, with the turbidity as well, the ground albedo. It's a really good one. When you don't need an HDRI, I prefer using the physical sky than the sky dome light, if it makes sense what I'm saying. If you have any questions, let me know. Just play around with it. It gives you really good results. And I think that's about the textures, about everything as a whole. So in the next video, I will show you how I did the toon textures. We'll investigate the t-shirt here. We'll export it, and we'll apply AI standard, and we'll copy it, and we'll apply the aiToon as well, and we'll do IPR render just to see the difference, you know. And maybe I can export one of the cameras here. So I've got those settings, and we can play with the settings a little bit to see the difference, and we're gonna use the physical sky as well. Shall we do that? Okay, we'll do this in the next video. Let me know if you want me to show you, let's say, the motion path that I did for the bunny tooth, or anything for the rigs, or anything from these scenes. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.